Hi there. Welcome to I Have Today with Diane Forster. I am your host, and this is our live weekly series where we live the I Have Today way. And each week on this show, we inspire, empower, and educate you because we feature guests on this show who have gone through their own transitions in life, and they are authors, CEOs, leaders, experts, and truly life changers in their field and in this world. And they come on and they share their stories with us about their own reinventions and transformations to have come out on the other side successful. And tonight I am so excited about our show because I have on this show a very, very special woman. Halise Sparky Bridges, who is known as Sparky and affectionately as Grandma Sparky, is on the show today, and we are going to take on the topic of who you are makes a difference. Yes, yes. So welcome to the show, Sparky. I'm so excited to have you here. And the audience is you are going to love this show when you hear Sparky's story and the movement that she is creating with her blue ribbons that say, who I am makes a difference. So this week, like I said, our topic is who you are makes a difference. So let me tell you what you can expect from the show today. We're going to focus on that theme. We're going to share the intention. I'm going to read Sparky's bio, and she's going to share her story with us. And then we'll get into 3 reasons why who you are makes a difference and have a great conversation around that. Wow. Yes. And then stay till the end because Sparky's got some updates about what's going on with her and a very special gift and an offer and an opportunity to work with her directly, complimentary, and to find out more about her. So here we go. So our theme again, who you are makes a difference. We always set an intention the I Have Today way. So today's intention is this. I have today to make a difference in the world. I have today to make a difference in this world. Write that down. Put that somewhere that you can see that every day this week and remember that because who you are does make a difference. Every one of us matters so much. And so, Sparky, I'm going to read you a little bit about who you are to our audience. And I'm telling you, her resume reads like a novel. She has accomplished so much in her life. This is just a smittance of what she's done. But she is the founder of Blue Ribbons Worldwide, and she's known as Grandma Sparky. She's the first lady of acknowledgement, speaker, trainer, author, mentor, entertainer, creating a world that works for 100% of humanity. At 76 years young, she's a woman of grace and compassion, blazing with energy, that is for sure, spontaneous, humorous, wise, and unconditionally loving. She snorts when she laughs, so wait. It just is so infectious. It makes you snort too. She knows who she is, why she was born, and the difference that she makes in this world. Okay, so welcome to the show. I'm not even going to get into your story. I'm going to let you talk about it because I'm not going to be able to do it justice the way you can. So welcome to the show, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the contribution that you give to this world in so many ways to so many people. I want you to share with the audience your story. How did you get to be doing what you're doing today? What is the background story? We do mess to success around here. That's what people want to know. They want to know, that not only is it that your transformation, that it's possible for them to, no matter where they are in their journey in their life right now. So
I think I want to begin with something that I didn't know. And William James, the father of American psychology, said that the deepest desire in human beings is the craving to be appreciated. And I didn't know that. And so I was 37. So this is 1979. I'm a millionaire. My husband and I have a home on the ocean. We've got the fancy cars in the driveway. Our kids are surfing in the waves below. And everything looks really great. And he is really known as a brilliant and beloved businessman. He's fantastic. Behind the scenes, he is emotionally abusive and controlling and intimidating. And I was on eggshells all the time, but looking so good because I was #1 producer in real estate in our city. And, I was very successful. So I think here's the deal. I had no clue that I mattered. I was yearning to get his love without realizing that I needed to love myself. Who would know that?
Right.
We didn't talk about that in the days, self-esteem, self-love, that kind of thing. But what came to me is that I decided to take my life. And I tell you that people who make that decision, whether you have lots of money or no money or whatever it is, if you're in that much pain and your soul is that crushed, that we don't know that we matter.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds, frivolous, somebody calls you dumb, stupid, or ugly, or fat, and it just leaves the mark.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It leaves it forever until we can release it. And I didn't know this. And deciding that I was going to take my new Mercedes and drive it right off the cliff and into the Pacific Ocean right below is the way I was going to go out. The great gift, and I think the miracle, and it's for all of us, is in that moment, for any of us that ever once, I happened to just fall to my knees and sob and yell to the heavens because I'm spiritual. So I yelled, "Stop the world. I've got to get off and find a place where people love each other. I need help." And right through me came a voice that said, "You cannot take your life because you're going to sing, dance, write, and have a musical on Broadway in New York City."
Wow.
Spot on. So who would know that this kind of moment in time, I want to just bring you to the transition in all this, because I did audition for a musical. Can sing worth a boot, okay? Sang off key, but I was with young people, 17 to 23, who were professionals on Broadway and Las Vegas stages. I didn't know that. I just went down to audition. And I sang so horribly that I landed the role because it was a musical comedy and they thought I was a comedian.
See, right place, right time, right?
Yeah, I mean to tell us that we don't know what is waiting for this unique eye print, lip print, thumbprint. We're unique in all the world. And from that, I realized that I didn't belong in that marriage anymore. Being with a lot of young people and really fulfilling this part of me that I didn't know.
Yes.
And entertaining. When I left him, he had all my money. I gave it. I just didn't know enough to take care of myself in those days. It was just my children and my husband and serving that. But when I left, I didn't know what I would do. And what I said, I want to make a difference. And in 1979, that language was not around.
Right.
And when I heard it, I wound up going to a hunger project. They had a meeting. I'm a nonprofit. So this is 40 years ago. I went and I listened and I heard their mission statement. And they were going to end hunger by the year 2000. Okay. And I said, I'm going to do that. And I went up to the chair and I said, I want 1,500 of your cards. I'll enroll 1,500 people. And she said, nobody takes 1,500 cards. They take 3 cards or 5 cards. I said, no, I could do that. But it's 1,500, it's 500 a month, so many a day, so many an hour, so many a minute. Man, I've been a successful real estate person. I could do anything. Right. And I enrolled 87 people in 3 months. Guys, trying to talk to people about ending world hunger wasn't the same as selling real estate. Okay. Right. Yeah. But here's the gift: is that how I came to the ceremony was when I was talking to the assemblies of kids and adults, people would come up to me after and privately say, I'm starving myself. I just lost my job. And I think we're going to lose our home. Yeah. And then another young boy said, my mother's got cancer. Right. and a teacher came up and said, I just lost what she said, but hold on a minute. She said that no child ever tells me that I matter. And I realized that people were starving for love, like me. And I created a blue ribbon that says "Who I am makes a difference." And I thought, well, maybe if I tell people that I love them, and honor them and cheer them on for their dreams, something good will happen. So I went and honored my kids' teachers, my neighbors. I created the blue ribbon. It caught on, and 35,000 people were honored in the first 3 months I started. Today, 50 million.
Wow. That is such a beautiful story. And, our stories are so similar. And I had the same situation in the marriage. It looked good on the outside, but the same thing, I was dying inside. And I had my own moment. Mine was in the bathroom, not in a Mercedes. It was with pills, and the same thing. And I had the voice too that said, you need to go get help, because you need to tell your story so that you can help others. And then look at us here, and here we are now, just collaborating and changing the world, and, one moment at a time, one day at a time. And I love the fact that you have created this mission, and you're 50 million in to a massive goal, which is, please share with the audience what the goal is.
The goal is 1 billion people being honored with the blue ribbon. I want to show it to you, first of all, and also because I honored people, and because this caught on. And by the way, any one of you that has a dream, stick with it. I mean, hang out with people like that are going to empower and support you. I created the blue ribbon ceremony. It's 7 steps. It takes less than a minute. We created the 7 steps out of 35,000 people being honored. It is the reason why I wound up speaking on stage with Al Gore and the Dalai Lama, and all kinds of stuff. So, Diane, this is a blue ribbon for you, and it says "Who I am makes a difference." And I would love to honor you for this brilliant concept as I have today, and how gorgeous you are. And the studio is magnificent. But mostly it's your commitment every day that you have, and to organize yourself in a way that really gives the gift of love and intention and joy to every human being that is listening and beyond. You have that, and you're so good looking. Oh my God.
She's making me cry. I'm totally
Would you
crying
accept
here.
this gift?
Of course.
May I place it on you?
Yes, I'd be
It goes
honored.
above your heart. Where does it go?
Above my heart.
Yes, it goes above your heart, pointing up toward all your greatest dreams coming true. And when you look at that ribbon, it is tradition for me to take the spark from my heart and put it in the ribbon. It is the sound that makes dreams come true. And the sound is bing! B-I-N-G, bing. And every time you hear a bing, you'll know someone just got their dream, because we're cheering them on. And in the tradition of this ribbon, that everyone that gets honored always gets 2 more to pay it forward. Our ribbons are printed and hand cut and packaged and shipped in 12 languages around the world by our adults with disabilities right here in San Diego, partnerships with industry.
That's
for
incredible.
25 years, they do this for us.
Wow.
Every day there's orders that come in. People order these ribbons at blueribbons.org, and they can honor people, and it changes lives in a minute or less. It's a miracle.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you. I'm so honored. And I will honor 2 people who are truly difference makers as well. And thank you for that. Oh my gosh. First time crying on the show. Oh, I'm so touched. I'm so honored. Well, thank you. And so, okay, so where are you now, and how can the I Have Today community, anyone who's seeing this or listening to this, help and support in this amazing mission?
So where we are right now is, it's 40 years And I have been dreaming of 1 billion people would be honored. Well, it was 1 million, and then it was 1 million, 1 million.
Yeah.
So anyway,
A million.
yeah, it was 1 million. but 1 million, 1 billion people being honored. So right now, the first step is just to get online and order ribbons at blueribbons.org. And, it's like $20, 100 ribbons. Go honor people and share your stories with us, and you'll get the email and the website and all like that at the end. And so share your stories, take your pictures, and we'll put it on Facebook, or you put it on Facebook, and we'll give you the hashtag Bring the Bing.
Bring the Bing is the hashtag. And we're putting a comment right now in the comment section of where you can order the ribbons.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
So that's the first step. Okay. The second step is if you want to be a part of our training program, it's called Standing Strong Together for teens and adults. You can contact us, and we have to see if this is the right fit for you, but it is for community building leaders.
Yes.
So that you can actually learn everything that I have, take the curriculum and go out and teach in your schools, in your churches, in your businesses, workplace, anything, and transform lives in a minute or less, end bullying, eradicate violence, avert teen suicide, empower and support and enhance self-worth, and make dreams come true. And we do that with the power of acknowledgement in a minute or less. So it's contagious, and that would be the second way, is to be a part of Standing Strong Together.
Standing Strong Together. Okay.
So it's a community building leadership training. And the third is just go to your people in your community and honor them and say, I want you to be a part of the billion.
Yes.
And go to and just say, I can start with 100. And if somebody wants 1,000 ribbons, they can get 1,000 ribbons for only $175. And you start honoring people and watch the difference it makes, because the most important thing is people need to be loved.
Yes.
And love means the underlying balance of love is really is listening to you, hearing you, empowering you, supporting you, telling you what you do right. Focus on what's the good about you and keep pouring that in, and the other stuff will take care of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta change the world and ignite what's right instead of focus on what's not working.
I couldn't agree with you more. That is so much of our mission at I Have Today is the same thing. That your thoughts, your feelings, your words matter so much, and you're attracting into your life that which you're thinking about, feeling, and speaking about. And so when you focus on the positive within yourself, and it comes from within first, right? You learn that, I learned that, and it was my level of lack of self-worth and self-love that I had to find me to be able to be doing this. And that when you do give love that way and you only see the positive, more of it comes to you. It's infectious, it's contagious. So, and I think the statistic is that each person has, on average, 250 people in their network and in their world. So if someone were to buy 1,000 of these ribbons, pin them, or, do the ceremony, honor them in a minute, those 250 people, and then gift them 2 more ribbons, how much more quickly would this movement happen?
Well, let me just say something that Amanda, who is your friend, my friend really introduced me, and this is how I get on this program.
Yes.
Amanda Marie Masters.
Yes.
And so to give you kind of a clue of the difference you can make is I did a blue ribbon assembly at her school when she was 13. She's now, how old?
She's 40, mid-40s, 42, 43, something like that.
Yeah. So we met through another mutual friend, Marcy Morrison, and all of a sudden, Marcy has done one of these live things like you were doing, like that. And Amanda was watching it, and I was honoring everybody with the ribbon when I was looking in the camera. Marcy told me to look and honor everybody that was watching.
Yes.
And something hit Amanda, and she was moved and emotional. And so Marcy said, well, why don't you come over and meet with Sparky? You live right in the area. And so here's the gift. Amanda and I are talking. We're just having a good time. And I said, let me tell you about an assembly that I do, which is where kids come up on the stage, and if they ever bullied anybody, harmed anybody, they say it out loud. This is my name, what I did, who I harmed, and I apologize. That person comes up and gives a hug.
Right.
and they clean it up.
Right.
And, or if you're hurting. And she said, I was in that assembly. Did you do an assembly in 1991 at the Daniel Junior High School? And I said, well, yeah. And I opened up my archive and it was a full page LA Times article. And I said, yes. And she said, and you honored me with that blue ribbon. Wow. And all the kids were bullying me at school because I was in a wheelchair. I had fallen and broken my pelvis, and they were teasing me, was tormenting me. But after, everybody hugged me, loved me, and I loved to go to school. And you honored me with that ribbon. And I was 13 years old, and now I'm 42, and that's how we just met. Amazing.
30 years later. Wow. See the impact. This is the thing. What a good story to share, and what a good lesson in this, that the impact that we make on others goes on infinitely. So you made this impression on this young girl, changed her life that day, and not that you weren't thinking about it, but you didn't realize the impact of it, and now it comes back to you.
Yes, and the other part of this important thing is that I was in front of 800 kids. I did the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade assemblies 3 different days, and the LA Times covered it, San Diego Union Tribune, the news covers, but that, it was hard to get it into schools, obviously. It was emotional.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you're just doing, like, we all are doing the work. You never want to give up doing the work.
Right.
And here it is that over the years, people will stop me and say, that ribbon that you gave me, I left my abusive husband. Mm-hmm. And I got a protection order. And on that very day that you were in the yoga studio teaching us all how to do that, you don't know.
Right.
We don't know the impact that's being made right now and what is happening to you. So I just want to I'm inspired by that. We can give these gifts because we've been through it, but we're also learning from each other all the time. All the time,
right? And we all need the reminder every day that we're special and we're loved, and that we matter.
Exactly.
And who we are matters so much. So I'm just so grateful, and this is really such a good show, and I just love and adore you for everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
So, all right, so what we want to do now is talk to you about 3 reasons why you matter so much. And there are hundreds of reasons, thousands, millions of reasons, right? Infinite number of reasons. But our format is 3, and we have time for 3, so we're going to do 3.
That's good.
Yeah. So reason number 1 is you are gifted, unique, talented, special, so extraordinary. And you need to know that, right? From the heart. We can sit here and say this to you out there, whoever you are, wherever you are in your life. This is so true for you. And we want you to know it, and we want you to believe it from the depths of your soul inside, how extraordinary and special and gifted you are.
Here's something that I do. When I'm at a red light, I put the rearview mirror down at me, and I wink at myself, and I go, hot shit. Whenever you go to a mirror, wherever you in the bathroom or anything like that, combing your hair, go, good job. And focus on what you do right, and walk around every minute of the day. I put on my shoes. Good job, I say.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, I washed the dishes right on.
Yeah.
I swept up. I broke a dish. What can I say? Good job. God bless you. I can clean it up. Stuff like that. I mean, it just to practice the love and the simplicity of it, because we think it's got to be like this whole big deal. Little wig.
That is beautiful. Really beautiful. I'm going to incorporate that into my life.
There you go.
Next time I break a dish, I get to buy another dish.
There you go.
Okay, I love that. All right. Number 2 reason is everyone has a valuable, important story. Your story matters. You may think it's insignificant or, your story extraordinary. here you were, this successful real estate agent. You had a successful husband who was successful, kids, the life, the dream. Me too, by the way. I had it all. I had the husband and the twins and the dogs and the house and the cars and the travel and the careers, all of it. And no one would know that underlying story of what was going on there, that your story matters no matter what it is. It's so valuable and it's important to share because you don't know whose life you're going to change by your words. So,
and for myself, let me say something about a story.
Yes.
Because I wrote a story in Chicken Soup for the Soul because a boy got honored with a blue ribbon in his high school back in New York. The teacher called me and told me what happened because it saved a 14-year-old boy from committing suicide because his father gave him a ribbon and honored him. It's a very important story. That was the one that was number one on YouTube for 10 weeks. But here's the deal. If I hadn't told the story, it's a 3-page story in Chicken Soup for the Soul. But if I hadn't heard, the teacher hadn't called me and told me that,
Yes.
and if I didn't write it and just share it, and it was the original Chicken Soup book, which we didn't know that it was going to be a New York Times bestseller. It was 3 pages that went viral.
Right.
So anything that happens, if you see a sunset and you love it, and you want to write a little story about it, and journal it, just do it for yourself.
Right. And that is, let's talk about the Chicken Soup for the Soul story.
Right.
Okay, so you were one of the 101 original stories in the first book, and you've written how many? 5?
Well, I've been in 5 Chicken
You've
Soup.
been in 5
Chicken Soup books and other books that Jack Canfield has written as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the Blue Ribbon story is published literally everywhere.
Yes.
It's been in Women's World magazine and all of the the markets all over the world. You'll see in the magazines.
Yes.
Like that. But yeah, and the thing about it is that I always was telling a story about somebody else who got honored in the transformation that it made.
Right.
Because you can't figure out when somebody gets a ribbon that they're gonna 10 years later or 5 years later or in a moment they're gonna come up to you and hug you. Man dropped to his knees in a 3-piece suit, a Wall Street kind of look. Very handsome, dropped to his knees, grabbed my legs and burst out crying and said, "Nobody's ever told me that I was loved and you did it. Everybody comes to me with their problems. I'm the CEO of a big company."
Wow.
You don't have a clue.
Right. It's so impactful. It's so inspirational. It's so powerful. Yes. That's so
cool.
so cool.
Yeah. Minute or less. Hello, you can change your life.
You can. And I honestly, when you just performed this minute with me, it was so powerful. I literally had goosebumps and I could feel, I'm spiritual too, and I could just feel Source like running through me, how I'm shifted and changed.
Right.
I am. So it's very powerful. Okay. All right. So the final one on the show today, the final reason is you are meant to be visible, seen, and appreciated.
Yes.
You are meant to be seen, visible, and appreciated. I know so many people who like to hide behind the scenes, and that is not why we are here. We are extraordinary beings. I've said this before, 400 trillion to 1 odds of us being born. We're miracles. We're creators, and that is powerful. So be seen, be visible, and be appreciated.
Yes, and I would say to piggyback on that is to be with people who see you, who love you, who appreciate you, who empower you, who support you. Hang with those people because then you can feel safe enough to open up, to step out, and to play. Because I've been with kids all over the world, and I give them a voice because they said to me, we need a voice.
Yes.
And I'm giving them a platform and a voice right now. But here's the deal, is that we can say go out and be all of who you want to be. But if you go home and somebody's smacking you down and knocking you over and you feel you can't, you get people will not talk about their dreams in schools all over this country and world. When I ask that question, who has a dream, nobody will raise their hand, even in the most high level. And that's Harvard and everything else.
Wow.
Okay, so the thing that they won't do is because they don't want people laughing at them.
Right.
And calling them crazy. And that everybody called me crazy with the ribbon. So I want to just invite you to just find people that you can speak to and who encourage and empower and listen and love and appreciate you and value your uniqueness and say you could do it. I believe in you. Bing.
Yeah.
Okay. Do that for others and allow them to take that in and receive it also, because giving and receiving is important. A lot of people will tell you you're great and you'll go, yeah, but you know, I used to do this. That's why I know.
Yes.
You know, thanks, but I color my hair or whatever.
Right.
And yeah, you know, or thanks, but I got the Spanx on me. And, you know what I'm saying? You know?
Right. You downplay the compliment.
Downplay the compliment. Yeah. So you're right about listening, loving, and supporting, but also receiving.
Yes.
That is, it's not so easy to do that, but to begin to think about that. And when somebody says thank you to you, you say, instead of not this old thing or yeah, but.
Yes.
Just go and breathe into it. I do, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I was coaching a client today and she has so much trouble receiving.
Right.
She was, had an experience where she was out on the golf course and a gentleman wanted to, rake the grass area,
Right.
the hole or whatever. And her instinct was just, no, I got it. And there were other things that were transpiring where the good news was she had the awareness that she was stopping herself from receiving. So, and it just doesn't come natural for so many people, but we have to allow ourselves to receive, not just to be givers and to be able to receive that, because that is their mission work too. And that is a form of self-love too, being able to receive.
Yeah. And let me just say it in a little simple way.
Yeah.
And this is because this is not something we've been trained in at all. We've been trained to give and to do and all that, being in a doing, but not a being world.
Yes.
Okay. So the thought about receiving is when the phone rings, you pick it up and say hello. When somebody says something to you, think about that. Just receive it and say, thanks. So something simple as that. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, and you're brushing your teeth or you're winking at yourself or whatever, that can happen all day long. Just remember to go, yeah, I have one thumbprint, one eye print. This is me, but I can learn this because it is a learned experience. And I had to learn it. And I'll say one more thing about receiving. I didn't know. I was in a course 40 years ago, and I was listening to it, and it says, receive graciously. I never heard the word graciously, and I'd been listening to this tape for about a year. And I, all of a sudden, when I honored somebody, and some gentleman said, oh, you're really great. And I go, well, and he said, don't you teach this? And I said, He said, well, then receive it.
Yes.
And I went, oh. And so we need people around that can call us on that, but in a loving way.
Yes. Yeah. I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. So, Sparky, one of the questions I ask all the guests is, how do you live the I Have Today way?
I get up and I'm grateful for everything I am. If I brush my teeth, I'm grateful for the toothbrush. If I have the rug, I'm grateful for my feet on the rug. I'm walking and talking. I'm grateful every single moment. I am blessed to be able to ask the higher self and say, what do you want from me? I love smiling, so I do it a lot.
And snort when you laugh.
Snort when I laugh. And also, I really need to ask for help.
That's good. That's good.
And learn, every day I have books all around me, and I'm not a really good fast reader, but I'll pick up a book and I'll read a paragraph and I'll go, got it, because it's the one thing that I've missed. So every day I really focus on what can I do that matters. And that was your theme, how can I make a difference? I probably don't think about it that way anymore because I am honoring people all day or I'm doing my work.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, and breathe.
Yeah.
And I, as I drove here, I was thinking about basketball players before they throw the basket to make a 3-point. They go, before the pitcher at the World Series goes, why do they do that? Because it works.
Yes.
It's true. It works. It's free. Get over ourselves. Breathe.
Yeah.
And,
Breathing is so
if you know how to use yoga breath or all that, whatever the breathing, go Google it. But find out all the different ways to breathe. But at least stop and go.
Yes.
So that's what I do today. I breathe a lot.
I love that. Oh, well, it's been such an honor. Is there a final tip that you want to share with the world?
I would really say dream big and take a risk and hang around people that you trust. Share your dreams with people that you trust and never, never, never give up and ask for help, my God. And remember to say, I love me and I love you because it matters.
I love that. I love that. I love me. I love you. I love all of you. Thank you all for being here. All right. So, Sparky, will you let people know of a way to get in contact with you and possibly work with you?
Yes, for sure. So you can email me at Sparky, SPARKY at blue, BLUE, ribbon. I always forgot to spell it. BLUERIBBONS.org. Email me at sparky@blueribbons.org and say, this is what I want. I am a world coach, so I want your dreams to come true. I can teach you how to do that in a minute or less and give you everything that I have experienced. And that would be my heart, my soul, and our work that we do together. Please ask me anything, and I'm happy to respond to you.
That's wonderful. What a generous gift. So we have the link here in the comments section. So please reach out to Sparky and take her up on that very generous offer. And I want to say it's just been an honor to have you here with me in the studio. And I know we're going to be doing many things together. I'm a huge fan of yours and a supporter of all the work that you do. And we are in this together. And it does take all of us standing up and doing this work together. And it's work, but it's worthwhile. We get up every day and do it and get excited about doing it, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
yes.
if it ain't fun, I ain't playing.
I love it. I love it.
So have some fun and give me a shout. And what I got something free for them, right? 15 minutes?
Yes. That's yes. So Sparky is giving you a complimentary 15-minute session via Zoom, but you need to email her at her website, which we just said, which is
email, right?
Sparky@blueribbons.com. .org. Sorry. Sparky@blueribbons, ribbon has an S on it, .org. So just email her there and she will get you all scheduled. Her team will get you all scheduled for a complimentary session.
There you go.
Her. Yes.
That's
wonderful.
It.
Yes. So. All right, this is Diane Forster, and I'd like to also invite you to download 4 free gifts, including a free strategy session with me as well. If there's any area in your life that you're feeling stuck, you are blocked by your limiting beliefs, you're looking to reinvent your life, and you're in the middle of a transition, I'd be happy to help you as well. And you can register for that. Text the word today, TODAY, to the number 38470. And we have a link for a comment in that. I can speak. We have a comment with that information in the comments section as well. And as always, it is a pleasure. It is my mission to see that 1 billion people who don't know their self-worth discover their true divinity, power, and purpose. And it's by you being here and creating that ripple effect and all the work that Sparky's doing that we can make that happen. So from the bottom of my heart, I love you. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you next time at I Have Today. Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.